Well, what's up, everybody? It's your boy WingsofRedemption, and I'm back, and I'm bringing you an audio commentary today on domination with interchange with the Scar L. Hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas, and I'm going to go ahead and let you in on a couple things, and I would like to go ahead and apologize. It seems last night I lost a good bit of subscribers, and I'm going to go ahead and try to kind of alleviate how that happened. I did a live stream last night of Skyrim, and the live stream kind of failed 5 minutes into it. And what a lot of people don't know is YouTube takes around 20 minutes to ready a live stream because you got to schedule them. And I didn't at the time want to do another live stream or go back to the 20-minute process to start streaming Skyrim because it was supposed to be a short live stream anyway. Well, what ended up happening is I turned my computer off and went to bed, and YouTube uploaded that video of 5 minutes of me playing Skyrim, standing still, going to get a drink. And through that, I feel like a lot of people seen that as me view whoring, which what it was a simple mistake. And yeah, there was no view whoring intended. Actually, I actually took the video down, which I won't get paid for it at all. And the reason that is because I never intended for the video to go up. It was supposed to be private from the get-go. So hopefully you guys accept my apology, and we'll go on from there. I asked around on Twitter today what people wanted me to talk about. I got a kind of a mixture between Dialogue and 144. If you guys don't know what 144 means, I'm going to go and stick around right now because I'm about to talk to you about it. And I'm going to talk about the whole reasoning behind it. 144 is the 3 Moab nuke thing video on mission, where basically they start dominating people to the point where that is. And I knew this video was coming, mainly because I knew about that spawn trap on mission, and that's one of those things I neglected to tell people. Apparently on mission you can pretty much do what you can do on domination. You can actually do it on interchange as well if you really want to get down and technical to it. What it is basically the way Infinity Ward or whoever set the multiplayer spawns up works is they have what you like to call strong spawns. Like you can pretty much tell a strong spawn. Like if you trap them on A, the strong spawn on A is going to be to that far tunnel just to the left of it. And that's where they're mainly going to spawn in. And if you aim down sight on your gun at all the secondary spawns, which they only put like 6 on there, I think there's like 1 for each. You pretty much have them all spawn in at one area until you flip them. And all you got to do is find an area that you can't flip them at, but that you can see the strong spawn. And this can be a couple different variations, such as a wall or, a head glitch or something like that, that pretty much keeps the sights off the people for a while. And once you figure the strong spawn out, that's pretty much where enemies are going to come from. Like maps like Resistance, they actually have 2 of them. Resistance, you have that back area from the far left, but to the right of C if you're facing A. That little tunnel area, that's a strong spawn, and another one is right in front of the cafeteria over there near C. That's if you have an A-B setup, and that's the setup that you generally want to run on Resistance. But the way they pretty much make sure that these strong spawns don't happen is they hope people run around in the maps. But the fact is, you're always going to have somebody that breaks down the spawn system, because people like me that aren't very good hand-eye coordination, we're getting up in years now, we rely on tactics and knowledge to pretty much best the enemy. And I don't dignify spawn trapping like that. I do spawn trap from time to time, but that's more like, we're going to take A and B and make sure they keep spawning on C. That kind of spawn trap. Getting them to the point where they can't fight back, that's another thing. That's actually pretty boring. I just try to alleviate all the frustrating stuff out of the game as one fall swoop. And the frustrating stuff that I find in the game is getting shot in the back. As long as I'm not getting shot in the back or I have to constantly be spinning around in circles, I'm 100% happy and content. I'm having fun. It's whatever. And that comes in a variety of ways. That be it they're constantly taking B back, which is fine, which I understand how to take B. You see on the video right now that I'm trying to take B. And a lot of people looking at this as me trying to kill whore. What I'm doing is owning the B flag. Ways that you take B flags or middle flags and like that, you don't jump on them unless you have backup. And you see right there, I'm getting shot down. You try to get around, you try to cut people off from getting to B, you own the B area. That's how you capture the B flag. Obviously, it works sometimes putting 3 or 4 bodies on it really quickly before they nade you off. but a lot of the times that won't work at all. See right here, I'm actually taking the C flag back now because we're dominated. And there we go. But does it make this guy a bad person for doing it? No. Does it make his 3 Moabs legitimate? Most likely, yes, because I'm going for tell you there's probably going to be a guy with 5 Moabs at some point, or maybe 6, or maybe 7. Because even if you guys remember back in Black Ops, demolition is the place that you do this in, and you can do it masterfully. Hell, even in Modern Warfare 2, you can do it masterfully there as well. I mean, demolition is a game type that should be stuck solely in the realm of Battlefield, because Battlefield's where demolition pretty much, well, Counter-Strike Source kind of where demolition got to start at, but Battlefield's kind of mastered it with the Gold Rush series and Bad Company. So yeah, I think that's where that should pretty much stay at, because Call of Duty is just too fast-paced, too short of maps to have like maps with dedicated spawns, and the only time that works is search and destroy. Other than that, how was your guys' holiday? You know, I've been doing a lot of these question and answer videos lately, and people have been really digging them, so I'm going to go ahead and spend the rest of this video answering a couple questions, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. A good number of you guys got Skyrim for your Christmas yesterday, and a lot of the questions I had was revolving around how do you have fun with Skyrim, and what should be your build warrior-wise. So let's go ahead and talk about those 2 things. How do you have fun in Skyrim? Well, first off, you got to understand what Skyrim is. Skyrim is an RPG, which means role-playing game. So to have the fullest extent of fun that you possibly can have with the game, you need to kind of let yourself go. A lot of people are all serious, and they have the tight brows and really uptight. And Skyrim might not be for you, or you might think it's not for you when you first play it, because you got to have a little bit of imagination. You got to kind of let yourself go and actually become your character. You got to care about who you marry. You got to care about where you're going to live at. You got to care about what you stand for. And you got to make moral obligations and choices. And that right there is pretty much the key to enjoying Skyrim very much. Skyrim is a great game, especially when you're frustrated at games like Call of Duty. Skyrim will go above and beyond for you and give you, that much needed stress relief in your life. So that's what I have to say about that, and swords and objects and stuff like that. You gotta understand, there's 3 types of one-handed weapons: mace, axe, and sword. The difference is maces do extra damage to armor units. Like if a guy's got heavy armor on, you'll do more damage to him than you would with an axe or a sword. Axes call consistent damage. Axes pretty much make a target bleed consistently, so he's almost always losing health when you're hitting at him, but they swing slower and they do more damage. Swords have a crit modifier. Swords, you're able to critically hit people and do a lot of damage at one time, but it's a 10 to 15% chance. So you either take more damage with the mace to armor, or you can go with axe and do more damage over time consistently, or you go with the sword, which is a little faster hitting but can do a lot of damage at one time. That's pretty much how you pick it. Same thing with the Warhammer and the two-handed sword and the great axe. It's all about, you want to do consistent damage to the guy, or do you want to do good damage and have a strong one shot every 10 to 15% chance of a strong hit, or mace, you want to just consistently do an extra so-and-so damage with the mace, which I think is like 25 to 75 damage, but it kind of scales with your level per hit, or it might be random. Or you can just carry a bunch of them, like my one-handed guy. He carries a mace and a sword, so I can just switch them out when I want to switch them out. And like if I fight a guy with like heavy armor, instead of trying to cack it away at the sword, I put the mace on and just beat him on down. It's good strategy. It's like the same thing with fire. All the 3 elements in the mage thing is lightning, frost, and flame. Fire is basically the axe. It does consistent damage throughout. Lightning does mana damage and does straight up damage to people, and ice slows targets down and does the damage to people. And you got to kind of pick between the 2. Same thing with the weapons of the swords. So, but the video's running down. This is pretty good gameplay. I do a lot of moving around. I take a lot of flags here, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. I had a very good Christmas, and I hope you guys too. If you like this video, please like and favorite it. and hope you guys have a wonderful day. It's been your boy Wings of Redemption.